welcome to our channel. Today, we are going to show you our very own bass, Mac, that we made ourselves.
Should we talk about first why we even made Mac? So, in February of 2022, I had a surgery that left a scar down my chest about that long. And after 2 months of not being able to hold anything, I wanted to start playing guitar again. And it was then that I found out that every guitar I had hits me right there and hurts and would cause the scar to get infected and was not very fun. So my friends introduced me to offset guitars, which I didn't have any of. And I didn't want to replace my whole guitar collection with offsets. Well, I did, but I couldn't afford it. So we decided to make one instead, and thus came Mac. So we started with this piece of wood, which is African mahogany, that had been sitting in my garage for 15 years, and we built a bass around it. Next, we went with a neck off of eBay, which was chosen based on the cheapest one I could find for a 5-string neck. Turned out that it was an ultra-wide type of neck, an old school Fender 5-string style neck, which then also caused us to need to find wide pickups, a wide bridge, and even the holes for the headstock drove what kind of tuning pegs we put in, which we could only find used Squire tuning pegs. They're okay.
It's a very long.
It's a very long body. It was similar to a jazz bass, but we decided to not have this swing out as far, which also meant that I couldn't put a jazz control plate on here, so we had to actually mount the electronics straight to the body, which is okay because I think it looks good.
Better.
We could not find a good routing template for the pickups, so we basically did a freehand route around them, which didn't look too bad for the first time attempt. The neck we bought was pre-finished with a satin finish, and then we did a tung oil finish on the mahogany body. This is actually the second attempt at finishing. We'll get to it later. But before we do that, tell me what your favorite part of working on this was.
Drilling all the holes.
Which holes? Like with the drill press?
Yes.
Like drilling out the back cavity?
The drill press, and where's the hole?
We covered up all the holes. Marcus, what was your favorite part?
The finish?
Finishing,
Yeah.
like the tung oil finish?
And
No,
drilling,
just when it was done.
Okay.
And drilling the wire holes.
Okay. Kyle, what was your favorite part? Let's do...
Standing.
You're not hopeful.
So the name Mac came just offhand because we wanted each of the boys to sign their initial on the headstock, which turns out to be M, A, and K. Okay, so this is the second version of this guitar because on the first version, one of the big things we found was the neck pocket was too deep for the bridge. So we ended up putting a shim in the neck pocket so the neck would raise up, so we had some adjustability in the bridge. The pickups are Seymour Duncan 7074s, which were also based on finding ones that were wide enough for the string spacing because of the wide neck. They also sound really good. The electronics were bought off of eBay, just a pre-wired jazz bass kit that has a volume, a blend knob, and the tone, and the volume is a push-pull to switch it from series to parallel. The blend knob was a Bourne's pot, but we actually ended up replacing it because in version 2, when we resanded it down, we messed up that pot. So that's replaced.
And this thingy-mabob covers this up. Like that. In case you were wondering.
Except it goes the other way.
There it is.
Like that. And the other thing we did with version 2 was we sanded it back down. We did a little more sculpting down here. and we finished it with true oil instead of tung oil because the true oil just looks better.
And it was the same guitar, not a different bass.
That's true. Version 2 was just a modification. We're going to do a playing demo, and we're going to, for the first time ever, check and see how much this thing weighs, because it weighs a ton. What lessons did we learn? I learned to do a body template first, which we're going to do next time, so we can get a cleaner shape. This was just done with the bandsaw and then sanded to its final shape.
I learned that Mac is long.
I also learned that we should do a router sled and make this thing thinner before we do the shaping so it could weigh less.
I learned that you need a good router to make this.
We did learn that we needed a good router to make this. That is true. Gives us a close-up of my pocket of shame. We learned how to route pockets better than this one because this was a messed up route and a pretty wide pocket. So we're not going to do that again.
It still works though.
Also learned not to drill through the top.
And that's why you keep sawdust on you from when you make your wood when sanding, to fill in things that might happen at the end.
That is true. We saved sawdust that we could match it with.
Guys, tip. Not really a tip though. Sawdust is bitter.
Okay. And wear masks so you don't eat the sawdust.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what you would do different in the comments. We're going to do the practical things. We'll see how it fits in a case and on a stand. All right, Kyle, let's put it in. That is. Did we put it in the wrong way?
Yes.
All right, let's try that again. Well, there, it fits a lot better when you fit it the right way. Fits in the case just barely. You do have to take the straps off to do that.
And this is a pretty big case because this is not a normal sized base.
It is a pretty big bass. Okay, but it is shorter than a jazz bass, barely. Moment of truth time. My only guess is over 10 pounds.
Okay, let me get closer.
12.
Oh my goodness.
How much is it?
9.7. 9.7 pounds. It's not over 10 pounds. That surprises me. We hope you enjoyed the story of Mac. We've got more guitars to show you and more adventures to come.
A lot more.
So,
Like and subscribe this video.
bye.
See you later.
Now bye.